Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so pleased to welcome you here for this closing ceremony of the 76th IAC here in Sydney. What a week we have just experienced. While there is a natural feel and sense of sadness as we conclude this International Astronautical Congress here, let me remind you about one saying: don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Each year, we surpass our expectations, and this year has been no exception. The Federation is stronger than ever, and our voice resonates in every corner of the globe. What I will remember most personally is the incredible energy in the corridors throughout the entire Congress Center, in all the meeting rooms, in the plenary halls, despite the jet lag that we all, many of you at least, have experienced, me included. This year, we couldn't have chosen a more perfect location. Sydney has been a remarkable witness of our extraordinary accomplishments, our research breakthroughs, and our collaborative efforts. Each year, as we gather, we are reminded of the importance of our connections. This Congress serves as an annual reminder of the uniqueness of the space sector and the unity that binds us together. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every of you for being here, for your engagement with the IEF committees, for your contributions to the technical programs, your presentations at the plenaries and the GNFs, your participation in the exhibition, and for standing together with us. We were also extremely happy and honored to bring our IEF Astronauts chapter and an exciting astronauts program here to Sydney, with more than 20 space flyers being with us. And I see several of them here also in the audience, so let's give them another round of applause. Thanks for being with us here. We are honored. And now I would like to welcome on stage the new IAF president. She was just inaugurated this morning, Gabriela Arrigo. Please give a warm welcome to the president of the International Astronautical Federation.
So, Excellencies, distinguished guests, dear colleagues and friends, it's a great honor to stand before you today as the new president of the International Astronautical Federation. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Clay Murray for his excellent leadership over the past 3 years. Clay leaves a strong legacy, and I received a federation in excellent health in its activities, its membership, and its financial stability. I look forward to building on this success together with the outstanding IAF Secretariat under the leadership of Christian Feidinger. With passion and commitment, I will carry forward my motto: back to the origins to discover the future. Let me also thank all those who made this Congress possible. Our Australian host, the Space Industry Association of Australia, the co-host, the Australian Space Agency, under the leadership of Enrico Palermo. And the New South Wales government, the local organizer, our sponsors, our volunteers, our fantastic secretariat, and of course, all of you, the delegates. This week, we gathered thousands of people from all over the world. We shared knowledge, technology, dreams, and ideas. Once again, we proved that space is not about one country, but about all humanity. Sydney has been a wonderful stage for the spirit of cooperation. I'm sure each of us will return with not only new insights, but also new friendships. So let me share now some highlights from this Congress. More than 7,000 participants from over 100 countries, many taking part for the first time. 53 sponsors who supported us and made this outstanding event possible. 193 exhibitors from 39 countries. More than 50% of delegates under 35, a remarkable achievement and the best guarantee for our future. And then meetings, plenaries, Geneva's special session, 3,450 papers presented in 200 technical sessions, and 5 interactive presentation sessions covering every possible topic linked to space. In our first session of our General Assembly, we welcome 4 new IAF Vice Presidents. It's my pleasure to acknowledge Mr. Yusuf Kirach, Turkey. Ms. Nicole Koleva, SGIC. Mr. Michael Lopez Alegria, Axiom. Mr. Gaspar Twagirayez, Rwanda, is not here, unfortunately. We also welcome 59 new members into our space family, and we are now more than 600, 604 to be precise, from 82 countries. During the second session of our General Assembly just a few hours ago, we selected the new host city of the IAC 2028, Samarkand, Uzbekistan. Congratulations. We look forward to joining you in your beautiful country. So the IAF is proud to organize a unique event. The Congress is more than presentation and panels. It's a community gathering of the global space sector. And as community, we celebrate together. We hear together, and we shape the future together. And our journey continuing. In 2026, we will gather in Antalya, Turkey, hosted by the Turkish Space Agency. I warmly invite all of you to join us there. And before closing this ceremony, let me make a personal promise. I will serve this federation, it's more than 600 members, with all my strength, my passion, and my dedication. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gabriela. Thank you, Gabriela. We are now moving on with the celebration of our amazing host here in Sydney, the Space Industry Association of Australia, or as we then call SIA, throughout all our interactions. Please welcome on stage Mr. Jeremy Hallett, Chair of the IEC 2025 Local Organizing Committee and Executive Chair of SIA, the Space Industry Association of Australia. Jeremy, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is a very full house. Clearly, some of you have not been to a closing ceremony before, but it actually serves an important purpose because a lot of work goes into arranging an IAC every year, and this is the time when we actually recognise the people that made all of this happen. Though if you do clap every time I thank someone, we will be here all night, so maybe save your applause at the end of mine. As mentioned, I'm Jeremy Hallett. I'm the chairman of the Space Industry Association of Australia and the chair of the local organising committee for this year. And based on the feedback I've received from a lot of you, I think we can safely say this has been an IAC for the ages. From the location here in Sydney, which is second to none here on the harbour, to the venue, which I think has probably been the best ever in the way we can get around this event. We had a street party on opening night, a global brand partnering today with Lego for Public Day, and there is the gala dinner tonight and an after party as well, which will be a good time. I think it is definitely a new high watermark for hosting an IAC, but I do wish all the best to our hosts for next year and in Poland the year after, and Uzbekistan the year after that. I'm going to jump onto my thanks now because I have many, and I may have overlooked someone here, so please forgive me if I have. And thank you to everyone who's adding me on LinkedIn as I speak. Shouldn't do my notes on my phone, really, should I? Firstly, to you, the delegates, you are what makes this event so great. Having 7,500 registrations to attend this week is amazing. Together with our sponsors and exhibitors, an IAC doesn't make sense without all of you coming, so I really appreciate that. Thank you. To the IAF team, with outgoing President Claire Morey, incoming President Gabriella, where did you go? Thank you so much for that speech there. That was excellent and great to hear your vision earlier. To Christian and Elena Feichtinger and all of the IAF Secretariat, thank you so much for your support and help over these last few years. And we've had a tradition now of this conference of spontaneous applause breaking out as soon as I say this name, so I'll forgive this one. To the most important person in this event that's made it happen, Lise Vitaris. Thank you so much. Everyone everywhere knows you and loves you, Lisa, which is a true testament to the way you have gone about putting on this event. Over only the last 2 years, Lisa has worked on this. It's truly incredible. To our local organising committee, and I'm going to read individuals' names here, so bear with me. Stop adding me on LinkedIn, guys, jeez. Imogen, Keegan, Dom, Sib, Jess, Paul, Meg, Annie, Tracy and Dan on the local organising committee. From the SIA team, Lisa again, Dan, Tracy, Isabel, Zamara, Charlotte, Richard, and even some volunteers that helped this week, Jerry, Samuel and Angeli. The SIA board, current and past, including those I've seen here in the room today who were with us on the bid team starting all the way back at the end of 2021. We had some amazing working groups supporting the LOC this year, in particular our IAC consultation working group, which is made up of luminaries of the Australian space sector, including many of those people that helped deliver IAC in 2017 in Adelaide. To our co-hosts, firstly to the Space Agency and Enrico, thank you so much. So we run an industry association, and what is so humbling this week is like the entire Australian Space Agency has mobilised this week to make this event a success, and it's truly incredible. And the New South Wales government as well, which is the state which this beautiful city is in. Thank you to Jess and to Paul and to Amber and Rebecca, and of course Maroon, if he even made it this afternoon, as an early contributor, and so many more. To our professional conference organiser, MCI, if you're wondering why everything is so smooth here, it is wholly up to them together with the venue, the ICC and Business Events Sydney. It's nearly 25 years ago to the day that Sydney hosted the Olympics. I saw someone smiling while adding me on LinkedIn there, on your phone there, young man. Please stop that. 25 years ago to the day that Sydney hosted the Olympics, and I'm not sure if many of you were here for that, but one of the abiding memories that people have of the Sydney Olympics is the smiling volunteers that were everywhere all over the city. And I hope you all agree with me that the hundreds of volunteers we had from the local universities here this week, you would have seen them in the blue vests everywhere, were amazing. And hopefully some are in the room now, so you can hear my thanks to you for all your contributions that you've made. To the partner organisations, SGC, IAA and the ISL, thank you for your support, particularly SGAC, and for hosting me at SGC last week as well. Thank you, Nicole. And to the past and future hosts, hosting one of these things is pretty draining, and there is actually amazing camaraderie between all the hosts, past, present and future, and I thank you so much for that. And I'm going to go a bit left field for my last one. I don't know if many of you know, but there is an enormous unofficial WhatsApp group and Telegram group where most of us actually get all our information about what on earth an IAC is, run by a young man who goes by the name Antonio Stark. Give him a round of applause. Where is he? There he is. I saw him post the other day, someone should make a GPT out of all his messages in the group, but he is a human IAC GPT, answering everyone's questions. I actually think that has contributed a great deal to this event. So by thanking him, I want to draw it back to the community that makes up the IAF and the delegates here this week, which has made it so special. Thank you all so much for coming. Looking forward to talking to you after the closing ceremony and into the night ahead. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Jeremy, to you and the entire SIA team for the excellent cooperation over the past few years. It has been quite a journey, but it was a pleasant one, and I believe we can all agree that the results have exceeded our expectations. Let us now look back to this amazing week and enjoy all together our IAC 2025 highlights video. Please.
Welcome to the 76th International Astronautical Congress right here in spectacular Sydney.
The room is packed, the energy is electric. This is the spirit of the IAF and the spirit of connecting all space people.
Please enjoy your time here in Sydney. Thank you for coming. Thank you for pushing humanity forward.
One-to-one with global space leaders, and on this stage you will be offered a series of really very exclusive interviews with the leading heads of space agencies.
let us continue to make space a platform for peace and discovery, innovation and opportunity for all, and especially for the next generation.
We are happy to talk to young people, to the public.
It's astonishing. It's remarkable. I'm eager to hear about what you achieve, and let's look forward to a wonderful, sustainable, peaceful future in space.
Isn't it amazing what we have achieved and what we have accomplished just in a few days during this week? Speaking of accomplishments, I think it's time now to celebrate your accomplishments. For that, I'm happy to welcome back on stage Gabriela Arrigo, IAF President, together with Asanda and Tisana, our IAF Vice President for Honors and Awards, to begin with our traditional award ceremony. Please give them a warm welcome.
Dear IAF friends, in my capacity as IAF VP for Honors and Awards, it is my pleasure to present to you this year's IAF Awards. Several of these awards have been given out during this exciting week, so please let us acknowledge again the 2025 IAF World Space Award for the individual category was given to Jeff Bezos, founder of Blue Origin. The 2025 IAF World Space Award for team was given to the Chang'e 6, the Chinese Lunar Exploration Program. The IAF Excellence in International Cooperation Award has recognized the long-standing efforts of Pascal, who is the research professor of Space Policy and International Affairs at the Space Policy Institute, George Washington University. The IAF Excellence in Industry Awards were presented to OHB and D-Orbit. The IAF Excellence in 3G Plus Diversity Awards have been bestowed to the Hong Kong Polytechnic University and to Women in Aerospace Europe. Our interactive presentation awards were announced on Thursday. Please let's give them all a warm round of applause. Now, as we turn our attention to the awards yet to be celebrated by our community, I would like to invite Elizabeth Berrios, Vice Chair, Honors and Awards of the Space Education and Outreach Committee. She will be presenting the Frank J. Malina Astronautics Medal.
Thank you, everyone. The Frank J. Malina Astronautics Medal commemorates the legacy of a pioneering rocket engineer and one of the founders of the International Academy of Astronautics. Today, we award this medal to an educator who has demonstrated excellence and outstanding commitment in promoting the study of astronautics and related space science. We are delighted to present the 2025 Frank J. Malina Astronautics Medal to Professor Bernard Foing, CEO of International Lunar Exploration Working Group and LUNEX Euro-Moon-Mars, President of Space Reconnaissance International, and Chief Scientist of Q Osmosis. Please, Professor Foing, join us on stage.
dear colleagues and friends, it's really an honor to receive this Frank Malina IAF Award 2025. Frank Malina was a rocket scientist pioneer. He was a founder of Jet Propulsion Lab, but he was also a kinetic artist and a space educator. And actually, he was chairing the IAF CEOC, the Education and Outreach Committee. And this award is here to celebrate space teachers. Actually, I started my career as a teacher in math, in physics, in astrophysics, space engineering. But after I moved to other functions, but always kept about 20% of my time to try to do outreach and education. And so I serve as a guest professor in some universities. We started also a program of an academy together with the support of a number of agencies and academia, Euromoon Mars, a program to train young professionals in analyzing data, developing instruments, testing them in the field, in places on the world that look like the Moon and Mars. And then we lock them inside the Moon habitat for 1 or 2 weeks or 6 months to train them to live on other habitat. More recently, I left ESA, a great place to work, and we started other endeavors with the Space Renaissance International and with our foundation, LUNEX Euromoon Mars. And we developed also an academia where we can train and also work together with senior experts and young professionals. More recently, we developed a tribute to Space for All, Space for Peace. And we have also an action, Space SDG 18. And in this frame, we developed a payload that we called Space Renaissance for All Gallery. And this payload we have launched in June. And this payload is here. This is a copy of the payload we launched on 23rd of June with 20 samples of Earth, of soil, of Moon, Mars, and biology samples, 25 samples of art inspired by space, and 40 logos of our favorite organizations like IAF, IAA, COSPA, and various universities. And we launched this actually together with pictures of many of you that held this mock-up of this payload. We plan to launch it again to space, and hopefully we are going to launch you again to space with Space Renaissance for All. Please join Space Renaissance, and thank you very much to IAF and to all our colleagues with whom we had the opportunity to work in this recent decade. Thank you very much. Yes. Ooh.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Bernard. Let us now move to our next prestigious award, the Young Pioneer Award. It is my pleasure to welcome on stage Ozan Kara of the IAF Space Education and Outreach Committee, who will present this award.
Thank you, Asanda. Thank you. I have old-fashioned notes, so you can add me on LinkedIn. So, okay. Dear IAF President, IAF Secretariat, all members and all local and international participants, this week in Sydney, we shared the excitement of the space exploration all together. And it is always amazing to share this adventure with the next generations. And at this point of the event, I am delighted to present the Young Pioneer Award under the roof of the IAF. This award is presented each year to a young scientist under 30 years of age who has contributed significantly to the advancement of the aerospace science and also has given a paper at the International Astronautical Congress. First, I am delighted to acknowledge finalists of this award, who are Katirivan Tangavel, Ricardo Apa, Mohammed Al-Tamimi, Donna Beatrix Marabe, and Harish Vernekar. They don't know who will be winning today, and let me tell you, we worked with my colleague Liz Barrios so hard, and it was challenging to decide among all these brilliant people. So I am now delighted to announce the winner of the 2025 Young Pioneer Award, who is Ricardo Apa. Ricardo presented a significant paper about trajectory optimization for multi-service missions in orbit from Politecnico di Milano.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I am now pleased to continue the ceremony by unveiling the new additions to the IAF Hall of Fame. The IAF Hall of Fame is intended to create a standing forum of personalities that have contributed significantly to the advancement of space science, technology, and space benefits to humanity. It is my pleasure to welcome on stage the first new member of the IAF Hall of Fame who has played a pivotal role, Jeffrey Enba. Jeffrey Enba is a special representative to the chairman and CEO of Voyager Technologies.
Friends, colleagues, it's wonderful to be here this late afternoon, early evening. Thank you. I want to say a few words from my heart. The IAF was so important, has been so important in my career. And I worry a little bit. I'm not sure how strong the IAF and all that it represents as a common meeting ground will be for many of the young people who are here today. And I want to say that for me personally, speaking personally, the IAF at key moments in my career was there to help me meet not only with like-minded colleagues, but with colleagues who may have represented different political groups, different political organizations. In 1991, in Montreal, I met for the first time with the Russian teams involved in the space station programs, who wanted very much to reach out to the West. And that started a period of 9 years of my working with Russia, working on the privatization of the Mir, working to create the International Space Station. Jump a couple of decades later, in 2014 or 2016, Toronto, I met with a Chinese team that helped me do the only commercial Chinese project on the International Space Station with Beijing Institute of Technology. Why do I raise that? I worry that today it is more and more difficult to have the opportunity here at the IAF to meet with those we may not agree with, and that is wrong.
We all have to work together to remember what the IAF was intended to be, is still today. It was born out of the World War II, and we must make sure that the geopolitics that's sweeping across the world today does not stop us here in the next places that we meet from meeting people who not only that we may agree with, but to have the chance to meet with people we don't agree with. That's extremely important as we look to advance humanity, move humanity into space and make the Earth a better place for all of us. So I want to conclude by saying I'm stubborn. Okay, I've been doing this for 4 decades now. I can keep doing it for a little more. Okay, you have to be stubborn, but you have to be optimistic to be in this business. And I want us all to work together, and I will take this recognition and use it as more motivation to work together to make sure the IAF remains as beautiful as it's always been, a place where we meet and we can agree to disagree. Thank you.
I am now pleased to call on stage the second winner of the IAF Hall of Fame, Tetsuo Yasaka, founding member of the Space Debris Study Group, Japan Society of Aeronautics and Space Sciences. Please come on stage, Prof.
Dear friends, I'm extremely delighted to have this good feeling of Sydney. And Sydney even gave me a little bit of cold to bring it back to my country. But this is my great honor to be a part of the IAF Hall of Fame. And I have participated in IAC for a number of years, continuously, without failure, since 1986. And it was interrupted by the COVID in 2020. But anyway, IAC has been really something that helps me to idealize my idea, to get something new, and how to get the direction to go. The treasure I have cultivated during the course of the Congress is the friends. I should say, it is friends. That is very important all over the world. And, well, these days, sometimes I have very sad news of our dear friends passing away. Well, it cannot be helped with the age of my age. But anyway, each time at the Congress, I really enjoy the renewing the friendship. And here in Sydney, too. And I really enjoyed these occasions. And this is a time of really a little bit of dismay, but I'm sure the Congress here is going to give us a right direction to go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Asanda, for presenting the winners of the Hall of Fame. And we will now award prizes to the winners of the 2025 IAF Young Space Leaders Recognition Program. And for that, it is my great pleasure to call and welcome on stage Amal Albinali, who is our IAF Vice President for Education and Workforce Development. Please give her a warm applause.
The IAF Young Space Leader Awards recognize students and young professionals under the age of 35 who make significant contributions to astronautics through their work, engage with other young people and their communities to share knowledge and experiences, and actively participate in IAF activities. We are very pleased to present the 2025 IAF Young Space Leaders Recognition Program winners and welcome on stage Hannah Ashford, co-founder and managing director, Carmen Project. Eleonora Lombardi, Head of Department, Fondazione e Amaldi. Kang-Sang Kim, Global Space Policy and Strategy Expert, iSpace Inc. Adam Okninski, Director, Space Technologies Center, Łukasiewicz Research Network, Institute of Aviation. Mahad Nair, co-lead Space Safety and Sustainability Project, Space Generation Advisory Council, and graduate researcher in astronautics, Purdue University.
I'm very pleased to share that the IAF has, over the last years, continuously intensified its efforts to bring to the IAC the young generation. And we do this specifically also through our IAF Emerging Space Leaders Grants Program. We have notably increased the number of grantees over the last years. It's my pleasure to announce that the Bureau and the General Assembly has even decided to further increase the number of grantees also for next year and the coming years. The ESLs, as we call them, are a group of exceptional, young, talented people from all around the world, and the Federation fully supports their participation at the IEC. And we are now pleased to welcome on stage our 2025 IEF Emerging Space Leaders. They are already lining up there, and I'll try to call them up one by one. Rishaf Atikari, please. If you could start to line up here. Next, Arnold Agaba. Next, Omojo Rita Aju. It's not here, sorry. Next, Beste Boibazi. Billy Bryan. Selene Canelli. Celia Chavez Virgen. Amina Taguri. Nadine Dursma. Marko Gavrilovic. Moritz Herberhold. I need to try to get this right now. Bhavyashri Yanartana. I hope I did that more or less. Charlene Chepkoski. It's not here. Ankil Kanal. Joao Lusada. Patrick Miga. Ashutosh Mishra. Lucas Mitidieri. Sima Moradinasab. Not here. Hassan Noreldin. Shachi Singh. Julia Stankiewicz. Brendan Swanik. Mohan Tamang. Ilyas Tanuti. Emebet Mehaba Tegenye. It's not here. Faith Inge. Niyatan Vasudevan. Natalie Vilchis Lagunes. Kanyak Songo. And the last one is Farah Dia Yasmin, who is not with us here. So please give them a warm round of applause. Thank you so much. What an amazing group of talented young people. Thank you very much for being here. And now, please kindly welcome on stage Professor Franco Bernelli. He's professor at the Politecnico di Milano to present the winners of the 2025 IAF Student Competition Awards.
So as usual, we have our student competition here. For the students that participate and that make it to IAF, it's already winning something because the selection is very tough. And then here we evaluate the presentations we have. So now we declare the winners of the winners. We have 3 different categories. We have undergraduate category, graduate category, and teamwork group. So let's start with the undergraduate category. The second prize goes to Miss Laura Hall from University of Nottingham, in the United Kingdom. The first prize for undergraduate goes to 2 students. They prepared the paper together. So Mr. Jakub Lesz from the University of Wrocław in Poland and Mr. Manfred Gawlas from Wrocław University of Technology, Poland. For the graduate category, the second prize goes to Mr. Joseph Richmond from Australian National University. And the first prize for the graduate category goes to Mr. Alexandre Bouraoui from Isae Supero, University of Toulouse. And the team award for the best team project goes to a representative of the KSAT AV University of Stuttgart, Mr. Mario Spar.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to acknowledge those people who have worked tirelessly over the past years on all the details of this Congress, the program, logistics, exhibition, and so much more. Allow me to start with my fabulous IAF Secretariat team. They are already lining up here, and I would like to call them on stage and present to you the faces which you have seen around the whole week, running around here, trying to keep everything running smoothly. Let me call on stage Miriam, Julia Maria, Lena, Julia, Svetlana, Evelina, Martin, Stefano. There's Stefano. Stefano coming from the other side. Martina, Srishti, Constance. Where is she? She manages to be. Martina from behind. Andrea, Sebastian, and Cyril and Alexandra, our two amazing camera and video people. May I now please call on stage also the IEF president, of course, to do a picture together. We need to do that by all means. And let me now ask the director of the IEC 2025, Lisa Vitaris, to join me on stage and call up also her team and the local organizing team with whom we have worked so fruitfully and intensively over the last few years. Lisa, please.
Thanks so much, Christian, and sorry for the soft voice. It's been a really big week, but thank you so much to the IAF team. I know we've said lots of thank yous, but honestly, we wouldn't be here without you all, so very much appreciate it, past and present and future, so thank you. I would like to call up first our local organising committee, so please welcome to the stage Dr. Annie Hanma, Dan Lloyd, Dominic Schummelin, Imogen Ray, Jeremy Hallett, who's our chair. We need to thank Jeremy as well because he thanked everybody else. He's been absolutely incredible as board chair and LOC chair. Jessica Saladin, Keegan Buzzer, myself, Meg Watt, Paul Hepplewhite, Sibylla Wilson and Tracy Roberts. I'd now like to call up, and bear with me for a few names, but this has been a massive effort. So the IAC 25 Consultation Working Group, our IACC, because we need more acronyms in space, we created another one. We've got Alice Gorman, Anna Moore, Benjamin Beck, David Ball, Dean Sanders, Donna Lawler, Kaylee Lee, Kirsten Banks, myself as chair, Melissa Desfart, Naomi Mathers, Michael Davis, Patrick Grave, and Stephen Freeland. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be here without you. and the Space Industry Association of Australia SEA Board, Antoinette Daly, Darren Lovett, Diane Mong, Imogen Ray, Jeremy Hallett as Chair, Terry Van Haren, Tim Parsons, Tori Murray, and our Space Industry Association of Australia team, Dan Lloyd as CEO, Isabel Haddo, myself, Richard Dang, Charlotte Maransani, Tracy Roberts, and Zamara Rodriguez, and so many more. Thanks to everyone involved.
Didn't have such a crowded stage during the whole week, did we? Oh, it's great. And now let's look forward a bit before switching to our next IEC. And I see the next IEC is already gearing up. But before we do that, let us draw your attention to a few events which are our IEF upcoming events. First of all, you see that here. We will organize and host the IEF spring meetings in Paris on the 24th to 26th of March next year in Paris at the usual location. And let me draw also your attention to the second edition of the IEF Global Space Conference on Climate Change, GLOC 2026, which will take place in Kigali, Rwanda, on the 2nd to the 4th June 2026. It is organized, it is hosted by the Rwanda Space Agency, our partner on this. Please take a look at what's being prepared there. We will have a short video to bring you in the right mood to join us at GLOC 2026 in Kigali.
Mark your calendars for one of the most important space global conversations of our time. The Global Space Conference on Climate Change, GLOC 2026, is coming to Kigali, Rwanda. Organized by the International Astronautical Federation, IAF, and proudly hosted by the Rwanda Space Agency. GLOC 2026 will unite global leaders, scientists, innovators, and youth to explore how space technologies can build climate resilience for a sustainable future. Join us in the heart of Africa, where innovation meets impact. A place of beauty, culture, and resilience. Save the date. Be part of the solution.
See you all in Kigali next year. And now we are refocusing because the next edition of the IEC in 2026 will take place in Antalya, Turkey, hosted by the Turkish Space Agency. It is now my great pleasure to welcome on stage Mr. Yusuf Kirac, the chairman of the board and president of the Turkish Space Agency, and his team in order to sign the final host contract. So now it gets really serious. Please. And now, the big moment, the transfer of the flag. It is now my great pleasure to welcome back on stage, we don't give up, Jeremy Hollett and Lisa Vitaris to hand over the IAC flag actually to next year's host. So I hope you have it with you, the flag. Oh God, got a moment of shock now.
Distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends. Thank you to the organizer, the host city, and everyone who made IAC 2025 Sydney a great success. My warm congratulations to Sydney and the IAF team for their outstanding work and dedication. It is a great honor for the Turkish Space Agency to receive the IAC flag today. We accept this responsibility with the pride and the commitment. We accept this responsibility again with pride and the commitment. The task ahead will be a challenge, and we welcome it's an opportunity to build a high standard set here and serve the global space community. IAC brings us together to share knowledge, strengthen cooperations, and advance peaceful space activities. We look forward to welcoming you to Antalya for IAC 2026 and to continue our close work with all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And now, the final closing word from the IAF President, Gabriela, please. We have a video before. Oh, we want to get you into the right mood for Antalya. So if you can run the video, please. I was too quick.
The world is our home. It is important for all of us. A new beginning. Hope. But our home feels crowded. Our skies are polluted. Our cities are restless. The world doesn't need pollution. The world doesn't need chaos. The world needs more space. Turkey, where vision meets the future of space. For centuries, Turkey has looked to the skies. Today, Turkey helps shape the future. For centuries, our eyes have always looked up. We dreamed of the skies. Today, those dreams transform into science, satellites, and space missions. Turkey is rising with vision. A strong, ambitious voice shaping the future of space. The world needs more sustainability, more humanity, more peace, more science, more exploration, more vision. The world needs more space. In 2026, on October 5th to 9th, the world meets in Antalya. At the crossroads of civilizations, where the blue of the sea meets the infinity of the sky, we come together to share knowledge, to shape the future, to build the next era of space together. Because the world needs more space.
So I don't know about you, but I can't wait to be in Antalya. So thank you, Mr. Kirach. This looks stunning. I realize we have kept you for quite a while, so let me just say, oh, wonderful it was to have you all here. We hope you enjoyed the Congress, and we look forward to seeing you in next year. So, just the last word, and don't hesitate to share your thoughts about the past week. Please take a moment to fill out the survey that will appear on the screen. Your feedback is very useful for us. Thank you so much.